Hello, my name is Jason Zalva from JZ's Photography. I'm here on the historic Tuskegee River in Bryson City, North Carolina. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about long exposures. Before you get started with long exposures, always make sure you have a fresh battery. Because we're doing longer exposures, it's going to kill your battery a lot quicker. I'm going to be shooting with a Nikon D300. There's variable types of cameras you can use and lenses. I highly recommend getting a fixed focal length lens. If you have the ability to get an older lens, this is a 20mm Nikkor lens. It's built in 1977. It works great. You're just going to pre-focus it to where you want, which beats the farthest range, and set your aperture manually. This goes down to f3.5 and goes up to f22. So I'm going to put it f3.5 for now. Whatever your ISO setting is, set it on the lowest setting. So if your native ISO setting is 200, leave it 200. If it's 100, leave it 100. We don't need to jack the ISO up. You'll put your camera on manual. You set your aperture to low, to f3.5, f4.5, whatever you can. And now you can set your exposure to down to 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, all up to 30 seconds. Now keep in mind, if you push the button, you're going to shake the camera. If you need to, you can put your timer on your camera to where you push the button, it'll settle, and then take the picture. You can do that. I highly recommend getting a shutter release. This is a $20 shutter release from Neewer. And the reason why this is important is because it's a shutter release. It used to be called a cable release back when they used cables with film cameras. You would actually lock the cable in. This has a lock in it. I'm going to show you how that works. Right now, all I have to do is put the camera where I want, and then I got my shutter set to, say, 25 seconds and an f3.5. When I push the button, it's going to open up the shutter, and it's going to leave it open for 25 seconds. Because the shutter is open so long, it's going to drain the battery faster. So if you're doing lots of these pictures, I recommend having 2 fully charged batteries. Some of the newer cameras, you can actually tether your cell phone, your smartphone to the camera and use it as a shutter release that way. That's an option. I don't know how well it works for holding it open longer than 30 seconds. You'd have to look into that. So say you want to hold it open longer than 30 seconds. How do you do that? Well, one of the ways you can do it is when you adjust your settings, you rotate it all the way till it says bulb. Past 30 seconds, it'll say either X250 or it'll say bulb. Go all the way to bulb. I can't remember why it's called bulb, but that's what it's called. And then once it's there, on this particular shutter release, I have a little slider here. So as I push the button, I hold it open. And this will actually beep telling me it's activated, and it actually has a little counter there. So now I can hold it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Depending on the age of the camera, it might depend on how long you can open it up. The older cameras, the sensors would seem to heat up. Back in the film days, it'd be nothing for me to leave a camera open for over an hour and to look at the stars and get star trails. Now right now I'm just taking pictures of the river, and I have the sky behind. It's a cloudy night, so we can't really see the stars. You got a hint of the moon. But because you leave the shutter open so long, you're actually going to see the river give that glass effect. And this is what makes really cool pictures. Now you wonder, how do you do that during the day? Well, that's called a neutral density filter. Instead of opening the shutter all the way up, you would close it all the way up to say f16 or f22, and then you get yourself a neutral density filter. There's various ones. Even a polarizer will take it down 1 to 2 stops. You could try that as well. Now right now I got a minute on this. I'm going to go ahead and undo it, and then you'll see what the picture looks like after 1 minute. Keep in mind, this is a lot of fun. It's very time consuming. So get yourself a dark place or semi-dark place. It's best to go out as the sun starts to go down and then play with the settings as you do it. So you might hold it open for 10 seconds at f22, or then you might open it for, say, 30 seconds at f8, depending. But always pre-focus it. If you're having trouble focusing in the dark, bring a flashlight. You use your electronic focus, shine the flashlight where you want to focus, look through, focus it. And then if your camera is an autofocus to where every time you push the button, it tries to focus, once you get it focused, turn your autofocus off. Means on the actual camera body or on the lens, turn it off. This way when you push the shutter release, it won't try to refocus the camera. That's very important, otherwise you'll get distorted pictures and it's very aggravating. Also, if you're using live view, which is fine, you will get, it'll constantly try to refocus and you don't want that. So once you get focused, as long as you shoot in the same area, you don't have to bother refocusing each time. Focus it once and then shut off your focus. Now I got a beautiful picture here. Now I want a little bit more over here. I want a little more sky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lift up the camera just a little bit. And do that same picture for 1 minute. Again. And we'll see how that looks. I'm Jason Zalva, and I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. Have a great day.